I found in my 10 years at Google that I don't think there's a limit to what it can do. We've seen creativity can impact what Google says, what Google looks like, what Google does in the world, and even what Google will make in the future.
We know in today's world there's lots of criticism around trust of big businesses, indeed governments. And yet we know as marketeers and advertisers, we have the power to really connect with consumers. And I don't say this lightly, we have the opportunity to genuinely change the world for the good.
We need a higher bar always. You need to always be going for a higher bar. And I think you've got the technology to go for the highest bar and, without getting preachy, fix this bloody world. You better engage. You better have that communion or union between the story you're telling and how you're going to tell it with pictures. Because you're all very efficient, and some of you have great natural eye in photography. That's a fantastic start. Go back to story, 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 story.
He set out to answer the question, do creative awards matter? Is there a correlation between winning creative awards and sales effect? And what he did was he took as his sample all of the IPA effectiveness case studies that had been submitted to that point. So the universe is just work that is very effective. And then he separated it out into those cases where, in addition to winning effectiveness awards, they'd won lots of creative awards, and those where they hadn't. And what he found is this chart, which is very, very important. The ones that had won lots of creative awards were 11 times more effective than the ones that had just won effectiveness awards.
We're in the moment of going from minority of people on the planet being connected to the majority. And when you get access to all the world's information and computing power and other people and ideas, it's transformational for people. The way machine learning is applicable so that we can build better tools that work for everyone. If we can use fewer data points to identify more accurately what you're saying, we can use less expensive devices and less data to give the poorer people the same services as we can give the richest people. So I think that's really transformational. And then the third thing, I think, is just the way we're all learning. We've all learned how to do stuff from watching YouTube videos, whether it's hair and makeup, or how to play a musical instrument, or how to fix your broken washing machine. And when you do that, you're learning from somebody like you in the moment you need it. And I think that sort of access to information, knowledge and education is hugely transformational. We just announced this week 1 billion daily views on YouTube of how-to and education.
Billion how-to.
Yeah, it's enormous. So I think that's really transformational. So that's why I'm optimistic. Not so much about the technology, but what people will do with the technology.
What I came to realize was that the connection that we need as survivors was not about the telling of our story. It was the connection. And so by saying, that's saying Me Too is an instant connection between us that we need. We need community, which is what Jen was talking about. We need community. We need to see each other. We need to see the others of us around. And that's why Me Too took off in the way it did, because suddenly people could come from underground and say, oh, are you going to say it out loud? I'm going to say it out loud. Okay, we'll do it together, and you feel emboldened by that.
We do some of our best work when we have absolutely no idea what we're doing. What we like to say is we believe in the power of outsiders. So one of our strengths is actually that compared to our clients, we are incredibly naive about their business. And that means we can come to it with a fresh perspective and see things that perhaps they are not able to see.